Hey, my name is Itay. I'm one of the participating designers in the machine exhibition. Yeah. Okay. My background is industrial and product design, and later I did my master in the contextual design in the Design Academy in Eindhoven. And today I would like to tell you shortly about the project I did and I exhibit in the machine. So lately I was dealing with developing some design methods rather than pure product design or traditional product design. I was trying to create systems and tools that will assist me in designing my objects. And I found out that when I'm dealing with systems and methods, I'm stepping back from the actual design of the object. And as a result, I lose a part of my control as a designer of the object I create. And for designers, I think you know it, we don't like to lose control because we like to have as much as possible control over everything that we do, from the process till the smallest details. And when I started to release this control, it brought up many dilemmas and questions. And because of these dilemmas and questions and the fact that I was dealing with systems, I started to look into chaos theory. Because the chaos theory deals with complex systems, such as the weather and the stock market and even our personal life. And it shows that in these systems, our ability to control or even to predict the outcome is quite limited. Therefore, it suggests that instead of resisting the uncertainties in life or whatever, we should embrace the possibilities they offer. And another philosopher, Dana Zohar, she added that we need to take advantage of open possibilities and chaotic, uncertain systems, because these unstable systems give access to infinite creativity, information, and energy. So my conclusion was that I need to embrace a certain amount of uncertainty and the lack of control in order to get creativity, possibilities, and surprises. So how did I do that? I used nonlinearity, which is a small part of chaos theory. So first, if we look at a normal linear process, where it's a chronological and logical way of thinking and developing and planning, manufacturing. And in that way, we usually work and we control the process. And so I deconstructed this process and reassembled it to create different nonlinear methods. And today I want to speak about two of them. First, the fragmented processes, which is a nonlinear process where the linear logic is disturbed. So for example, I thought about, I want to create a kind of an object. What are the steps I need to take in order to design this object? Then after defining these steps, I asked people to do it for me. But I didn't tell them what I'm doing. So, for example, I started by asking Amelia to draw 3 shapes. Then I asked another guy to take these shapes and extrude them to make volumes. Another guy combined the shapes. And another one cut it for me. I asked Maya to draw rectangles on the shapes, and she didn't know that I'm going to use her shapes as drawers. And Christian didn't know that I'm going to use his cylinders as a starting point for my legs. So none of them knew what is the reason that I'm asking it, what are the purpose of the action, and what is the result. The last thing I asked was to place this volume in space. Then I added legs according to the positioning in space and the cylinders from before, and I got this kind of cabinet. So, and later, after the first step, that I had no control over it, gradually I took more and more decisions in this process, just to see how my control affects the result of this process. And after creating this kind of library of elements, I chose from them what I want to take into my physical furniture. When I did it again with a new group of people, the results were totally different. So we chose every time it will give some new possibilities and results. A minute, please. 1 second. The second project is the disconnected processors, or the group project. And here I decided to take an object to break it into parts, and then to ask different people to design these parts according to some instructions, and later I assembled them all together. So especially for the machine, I wanted to make a set of 3 objects. So I started with breaking them, each one into 3, and asking 9 designers to design a specific part according to the C-Mind theme. So I gave them some old photos and some text about the history of the place, and I just asked them to relate to this to the theme in their designs, and not to communicate with each other. One of the designers is Agata. She made the back, and she will tell you later also about that. So after a few weeks, I got the design back, which was a totally mess, and chose their each approach to the same theme. Then we had group meetings just to make a minor adjustments in order to connect the parts, so technical and functional adjustments. And later, each one had to build and to produce his own part. And so a few days before the exhibition, like 3 days, it was the first time that we saw the objects. So this kind of process somehow composed a group exhibition in one object. And you can see the different approaches to the same theme of the designers, the different styles of the designers in one object, which somehow creates a dialogue between the object part. And the last project I will speak about today is the Creative Factory, which I did together with Thomas Vai. And this project started when we visited an old empty factory in Eindhoven, the Schellensfabrik. And we asked how designers can revive this factory. And we decided to create a one-man factory. And we created production lines that can produce different objects, like a family of objects. So for us, building a production line and presenting the production line somehow unites the different elements of the product system. So first we build the machines and tools, then we produce our object, we present it to the public, we interact with our audience, and maybe we sell some objects as well. So this is like a total experience, a product experience from beginning to the end. And when we do it, the designers are doing it, somehow we take back the control over our creations because we are following the old step. And our vision actually is to take this concept and to create a place that works like that, which will be a combination between a workspace and a studio, but also a kind of a museum partly, and a gallery and a shop. A place where designers work and create, but also present their processes and interact with the audience and sell their objects. And this vision, we are going to demonstrate it next month in Eindhoven, in the Dutch Design Week. We are gathering 12 designers, and each one will present his own production line and unique processes and objects. It's the C-Fabrik, and you are all invited. I guess you are all from Eindhoven, or some of you, most of you. And we'll be there, and yeah, I hope to see you there. Thank you.